Okay, I uploaded 500 videos to YouTube. Last week was my 500th upload, and I've been doing it for almost 10 years now. I basically upload a video every Sunday. And I remember when I uploaded my first one, I thought, this is impossible. This is impossible. I can't do it. And now I did 500 videos and I still have the same thought. I still think it's impossible. I can't do it. I'm not good enough. I can't sustain this. And to celebrate my 500 uploads, I thought this might actually be a useful information to you out there who are also creatives, who are also makers, and who most likely also deal with imposter syndrome. I hear this all the time. Almost every creative person I know deals with imposter syndrome. So, to celebrate my 500 videos, I will share with you my internal pep talks that I have when I hit these confidence blocks, these imposter moments. This might be very cringy, but I can also delete it if it's too bad. So let's see where this goes. How the hell do we make this work? I already have doubts about this. First, I want to say I am very thankful for my imposter syndrome because it is annoying and it's, emotionally hard. It is also quality control. That's how I like to frame it. When I doubt myself, I first go to the things where I internally cringe. What do I not like about this project? What made me think that I can't do that? And it's not nice. But I go there and I check, is this inner voice just an asshole or does it maybe have a point? Speaking of inner voice, I want to tell you real quick. I had the weirdest dream last week. Okay, here we go. I have a little piece of, there's a little piece of plastic in my finger. Can you see it? I dreamt that this piece of plastic kind of came through my knuckle as a little thing that I could pull out. I put it on the table. It grew legs and told me, I am your inner voice. You don't have an inner voice. I'm it. And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. And it kind of crawled up my shoulder, jumped into my ear, and it said, you're fat. This is my brain. That's what my brain does to me. Thank you very much. Second point on my list. I kind of want to fix it, but I do have my limits with the trash. I mean, maybe we should fix it. I thought I didn't find a project. It was the shopping cart. That's the project we should have done. One of my, not favorite, how do I say this? One of my best of imposter thoughts is, yeah, but this is easy. This is not enough. This is too simple. This is too small. This is boring. It's not a good enough idea or a good enough technique or a good enough concept. What this sometimes is, most likely, is that this is where your talent is. When you think that, like, but this looks boring. This looks simple. Probably not. It's probably just that you are very good at that. And to you, it feels like it's nothing because it comes easy to you. Your talent is where it's easy, not where it's hard. Where it's hard is where you need endurance, not your talent. So that is something to remind yourself of if you have that thought. This is certainly what I remind myself of. Yes, it was very easy because I have put my 10,000 hours in and I've gotten better at it. And now it feels easy where it used to feel hard. Or it has always felt easy because this is where I'm talented. These are internal thoughts. Don't tell them to anybody. You sound like an asshole. This is why this video is so cringy. But these are internal thoughts that you should have with yourself. But be honest, is this really simple? And sometimes it is too simple. That's where you go, is this imposter or is this quality control? This is always the first check. More often than not, this is just you being good at what you do. So trust that and go. Continue. Keep going. You're doing good. Okay, we're starting with the house again.
And I feel horrible because right now I don't want to do it. And the big house, I'm out of my depth. I'm so scared. It is so expensive. I do not know what I'm doing, and it's just so much responsibility. And I was very happy with not having to deal with that and being able to just push it aside. But now I have to face it again.
And then there's the flip side of that thought. The flip side of, oh, this is too easy, is this is too hard. And that is also valid, and contradictions can be true. So when I feel this is too hard, I can't do this, my mind is like, you can't do this. This is too hard for you. What I try to tell myself is it is supposed to be hard. This is where maybe I'm not talented, but I will endure this, and I am motivated, and I will try to get through this because there are hard points and things that are difficult to do, that need a lot of figuring out, that need a lot of elbow grease, or just the mental or physical endurance of getting it done. If it was easy, everybody would do it. So this is my moment to see if I can get through this and get to a point where it's hard for everybody to get. And this is why not everybody is doing this. So this is a kind of like reverse motivation. Like if I endure this, if I get through it, I'm ahead. I got to a point that not a lot of people get to because it's hard. And it's okay that it's hard for me too. And one trick I use quite a lot to overcome this, like, oh, it's too hard, is to imagine, like, what would a very talented person do? What would a brave person do? Just like to try to get in the mindset of somebody who is capable. What do I need to do to at least pretend that I'm capable to get through this? And then usually that helps me to kind of fake it till I make it. Or another good, that's the same technique. I hate this project. I can't get through it. I'm over it. I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. What would this look like if I had fun with it? What does need to happen for me to have fun? Sometimes it's just like simple things. I'm gonna turn on my comfort movie and let it run in the background of the shop. I'm gonna order a pizza. I'm gonna stop this right now. I'm gonna go to the movies at 1 p.m. by myself. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna finish this. Just try to do things in your power, and can be very little things, to pretend you're having fun, to like engineer yourself having fun, and then it is more fun. It's the thing when you smile at yourself in the mirror, it has an effect on you. It will help you get in a better mood. Usually, not always. I'm out of ideas. This week was one of those weeks where I just couldn't get started. I didn't know what to make. I had no story to tell. I didn't have a single good idea. That's one of my favorites, and this is one that took me the longest to figure out. This is a sensitivity that I have, is I'm terrified of repeating myself, of doing the same thing over and over and over. I want to be fresh and inspired and have new ideas, and I don't want people to think that I'm repeating myself. But I realized that repetition is also building your language. So it might feel boring to you. Oh, I've done this shape in a piece of furniture, or I have done this lettering. Maybe that's a good example for myself. I've done this hand lettering a million times. I want to do something else. It's boring. Everybody has seen it. But this is my language. This is my aesthetic. And people will recognize that this is my writing because I always do the same writing. I don't have to prove that I can do hand lettering in 50 different ways. In this case, it's very useful to repeat myself. If you're a furniture maker, it is very useful for you to repeat the same angles, or always work with the same wood, or have repeating techniques. This is your language. This is your aesthetic. You're building this universe, and people will recognize you for it. So don't be afraid to repeat yourself, especially in situations where you don't know where to go. How do I shape this? How do I write this? How do I, get through the next point? Use something that you have used before and that you're happy with. That's building your aesthetic. It's not boring. You're not boring. Internal dialogue. Again, this is me talking to myself. And to you. Let's start with a disclaimer. I think this video is where I hit my breaking point. I am taking a break from the house because I am losing my mind. I am so overwhelmed. I don't know why it's hitting me now. I think it should have hit me when we realized we need to rebuild the whole thing. I don't know what has changed, but I just can't do it. I'm just too tired. I don't want it. I don't feel good in the house right now. This is one that sounds a little dark, but to me, it is very useful to put things in perspective. I think creative people, how do I say this? I think the idea of a creative person pursuing their dreams, living in their studio, jumping from cloud to cloud, carried by creativity and nothing else, is a really mean illusion, and it doesn't feel like that. So this whole follow your dream construct, in my opinion, is not only not working, it is also very mean because it gives you a false perspective. So I try to view my path less from a I'm here because I followed my dream, and more like a I'm here because I avoided my nightmares situation. And that sounds dark, but what I mean by that is it is much easier for me to, through experience, know what I don't want than through dreams guess what I think I will want. So if you would ask me 15 years ago, before I had YouTube and before I had this career and before I had, access to this materials and these tools and before I put my 20,000 hours in, what do you think your life looks like in 15 years? I can promise you I will not have dreamed of this because it exceeded everything I dreamt about. I got here not because I chased something, but because I took learnings from working for other people, also working for myself, where I think I do not want to do that again. I am not good under this kind of pressure. I excel under that kind of pressure, all these things. And then just avoid what you don't like rather than chase a rainbow unicorn cloud. I think that is very, very useful to get yourself in perspective. And to me, that also sometimes means YouTube for me is what I chose or what I kind of fell into to sustain a creative career. I'm not on YouTube as a business model to make money. I'm on YouTube because for what I'm doing right now, being a maker, experimenting with different concepts, dabbling into sculpture, just going with the flow, repairing a coffee machine, building a hovercraft, everything is all over the place. YouTube is the only place for me to do that. So I'm not here for money, I'm here for the lifestyle, and I'm thankful that this platform exists where you can just upload your stuff and have access to makers all over the world. This is awesome. As much of, the hard stuff that comes with YouTube, the whole perspective of there's no other place for me where I can do this as free as I can outweighs all the comments, all the clicks, all the pressure, everything. I'm so thankful that I avoided my nightmare and I got here. I think that's probably the biggest one. Okay, that's my advice after 10 years, 500 videos. That's what I can help with the most probably, because again, I have these thoughts on a weekly basis and they're real and they're uncomfortable. And if you have them too, watch that video until you develop that voice. It's really important that you have your own pep talk voice and that you can try to get yourself out of it, because your inner voice can be a fucking asshole and you don't deserve that. So learn from my inner voice. I mean, I now have a new one that tells me I'm fat, that came out of a piece of plastic in my finger. So if you have any advice how I deal with that, please let me know in the comments. But 500 videos is a big deal for me. Then again, it's not. It's just 500 videos. What I'm interested in is the next video and the next one and the next one and the next one. YouTube is the only place for me still. I am super thankful for you all. I'm thankful for the community I have access to now, being able to work with my own heroes, being able to experience and travel. I met my wife because I was traveling for YouTube. So it is a big deal for me. I'm very, very thankful. And I hope I get to upload another 500 videos. And I'm very excited what kind of pep talk mechanisms I develop then. So if you want to support what I do more than watching the videos and commenting and liking and sharing with your friends, which is highly appreciated, I ask you to join my Patreon. I never ever do that in person like that, but it is one of the big reasons why I could sustain this career financially. So thank you to all my Patreon supporters and thank you for considering it. And I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye. This video is brought to you by Bombas. Bombas makes socks, underwear, and shirts. And what I especially love about them, other than that they're super comfortable and very good looking, is that they have a system where whenever you buy a shirt, a sock, or underwear, they donate the same item to a person experiencing homelessness. And over the years, they have donated over 150 million items. I think that is awesome. I told you how my wife threw away all of my socks and replaced them with grip stop socks, which those are, because we had a baby a couple months ago and there is nothing without grip stop allowed in our house anymore. So lucky us, they now came out with gripper slippers, which is a shoe that you wear in the house and it has a grip stop on it. Why am I not wearing it? Because I'm not in the house. And also the shoe is in the wash because you can wash it. And if you wonder, I want gripper slippers, but I live in, for example, Germany. I bet Bombas doesn't ship to Germany. They do. They ship to over 200 countries outside of the US. And of course, inside of the US. I mean, yes. They ship US and then 200 countries, over 200 countries, additionally outside of the US. So don't worry, they probably ship to your country too. And if you click the link in the description, Bombas has a special offer for you if you use the promo code Laura20. Every new customer will get 20% off. So you can do good and feel good because you know that your purchase is doing some real good. Thank you, Bombas, for sponsoring my work. And thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye.